strong, you're creative, and you know what? You're energetic. People love that.
You're loved just for being who you are. Just for existing.
Remember, you are deliberate. You're afraid of nothing. Go get him. Courage starts with showing up
And letting ourselves be seen.
Asking for help is a sign of strength. I should know.
Do not forget that small steps are also progress. You choose how you want to feel, and you choose confidence.
Your perspective is unique, it's important, and it counts. I know I sound sarcastic, but I'm not.
Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast on the Athletic Network. Today's episode brought to you by Neutral Vodka Seltzer, made with vodka, seltzer, real juice. It's neutral, the one with the umlaut. It's Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, that's Tass Mellis.
Podcast listeners, this is for you.
Next to Tassie, it's the bearded one with Top Shot Hot Boy. Go to him, Trey Kirby.
Heyo.
Hey-o. And last but not least, over yonder making the magic happen, it's Eshua Kid.
How y'all doing?
What's up, Esh? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Is your mic on?
It is now.
Okay, is it?
Is it?
I'm not sure it is.
No, not turned up.
There we go.
Rough morning.
It was on. Technically, it was on. It's not up.
It was on, not up.
Yeah. We're
What's
good now.
up?
We're
What's
running.
up?
We're
What's
rolling.
up? Good to have you here. Shout out to the stream team joining us live on YouTube. Like the vid, comment away, sub around, and find out. Get your No Dunks merch over at nodunks.com. Get yourself a subscription to The Athletic. Go to theathletic.com/nodunks so they know that we sent you. And hey, this is fun. No Bunts is back in our lives this morning. Tassie talking with Joel McMillan about the World Baseball Classic, and I assume getting ready for the MLB season.
You assume right.
This now lives on the Athletic Baseball Show YouTube feed and podcast feeds. Once a week?
Weekly, Wednesdays, we'll be streaming live, and then get it wherever you pod.
There you go.
Joel went to a World Baseball Classic game in Taiwan, so we took it in. We have footage. Jolie filming with Maggie. They had 2 cameras rolling.
2-camera shoot.
Holy.
You better believe it.
Oh, that's
That
exciting.
was fun.
Okay. Well, No Bunts, like I said, available on the Athletic Baseball Show YouTube and podcast feeds, and they already recorded it, or went live, I should say, this morning. So go enjoy that, you baseball sickos. We're talking NBA here, though, and then a little bit later, college basketball. We do all the sports in the Classic Factory. But we had another wedgie. This is nuts. Wedgie number 46. On the foul, but we're counting it there because the referee said, no, we're shooting 2 on that. I thought it was a kind call. I thought you maybe could have called it on the floor, but we're happy because it gave us Wedgie 46. Way to go, Bridges, in OKC. I believe this is our 6th wedgie in the last 7 days,
Wow.
which I don't know. I'd have to go do some fact checking, but that might be the best week we've had in terms of total wedgies. Maybe ever. That's a lot for a 1-week span. Love it.
I can't even recall such a large
saying.
number in 7 days.
No.
And you could see him, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges' teammate, signal something to the ref. It's probably and 1, but it's also +1 wedgie on the
+1.
board. Put it up there. I think we would have counted it even if it was on the floor, right? Yeah, we do that. I think.
No, that's the gray area. We haven't before. We usually say it's got to be like a
Really?
shooting foul. Yeah, because in theory then that's sort of after the whistle. I mean, that would be technically after the whistle if the whistle means the foul occurred on the floor and then the guy goes and throws it up. But hey, it doesn't matter. He went and shot 2. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
It was on the play.
Yeah.
We got a chance at 50 in the regular season.
Oh no, it's happening.
I mean, what? We got 3 weeks left, basically. We need 4 wedgies.
No, we might have it by the weekend.
Might have it by the weekend. Balls are sticky right now.
Love it.
A lot of humidity.
Let's get into some of the games. Not the craziest night, for
No.
being honest, in
No.
the association.
No.
But the Bucks did clinch a playoff spot. 50 wins for Milwaukee. They topped the Suns 116-104. It was a close game until the Bucks went on like a 24-9 run and took control of this game. Any takeaways from Milwaukee continuing to look, like we talked about on yesterday's podcast, the title favorites? How can you deny them that?
Not a crazy night, but this was impressive, especially pairing it with what they did to Sacramento the night before. On the road, B2B, a back-to-back. They go into Sacramento. Sacramento couldn't have played any better in that game. Bucks still win. Then they go beat Phoenix in a game where Giannis, 46 Monday, 36 Tuesday, just doing everything offensively and then leading his team on the defensive end with that huge block on Devin Booker in the fourth. How can you not play hard for this guy? Everybody playing hard. Drew doing his Drew things. Brook Lopez looking phenomenal. Taking the ball from the three-point line on the bounce to the rim. I'm starting to name guys because they're just so freaking deep. They had a new guy in the lineup because Chris Middleton's sitting out back-to-back. Javon Carter coming in. Huge deep three in the first. Big three in the fourth. Pat Connaughton, 3 from the corner in the fourth quarter, I should say. Joe Ingles, 7 assists. Great chemistry off the bench with Brook Lopez. Those guys working that pick and roll. Bobby Portis, Jay Crowder with the dagger coming off the bench. He's got no problems coming off the bench in Milwaukee. Usually, when you name guys on a team, that just means that team doesn't have great top-end talent. You're so desperate to name the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th guys. It's because they're not great up top. But this team is playing ball like they're a championship team, 1 through 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I named so many guys, and Chris Middleton didn't even play. Grayson Allen, don't need to name him, but Chris Middleton.
You just did.
Yeah, I did.
You get a Javon Carter shout out in there?
I got one. I squeezed it. He was
against his old team.
A deep three from Javon Carter. You don't usually see that in the first quarter. Yeah, big. Everybody, they're playing like a championship team, obviously.
Suns coach Monty Williams wasn't pleased, though, with the free throw disparity in this one. Bucks shot 37, a lot of those Giannis, but it was on a night where he was missing a ton of them.
He missed a lot.
Suns only shot 16. But the Bucks win in double digits despite shooting. Well, again, really Giannis, like sub 65% at the line. But Monty, is he getting ready for the playoffs here? Pointing it out after the game. Look at this disparity, We got Booker. Drew Holiday plays, super physical. Yeah. We should be shooting more. This was his point. I don't know if you had any thoughts on that.
I mean, maybe they should, but the Bucks earned their free throws, I thought, completely. Giannis was just dominant in this game, going to the hoop time and time again. DeAndre Ayton picked up a couple of fouls, I think, in the first 5 minutes of the game, and that took him out of the game. Like, he was still out there, eventually finished with 5 fouls, but his aggressiveness was not there, and the Bucks were just too big for the Suns. I guess these are both potential finals previews.
Sure.
Beating the Kings, beating the Suns.
Yeah.
It could happen. And if that happened, the Bucks will win those series because they are just a humongous team. And you could see how small the Suns looked in comparison to Milwaukee. Tass, you mentioned Joe Ingles and Brook Lopez. That was the go-to play in the fourth quarter. A screen and roll for those two. Ingles finished with 7 assists. 4 of those went to Brook Lopez. They also have a lot of tic-tac-toe kind of plays where they found Brook kind of in the middle of the lane and he kicks it out for a 3. Super impressive, I thought, by Milwaukee to win a game when they shot 30% from 3, 65% at the line, had more turnovers than Phoenix, and won easily, running away, finished the game on a 23-9 run. Great stuff.
That block that Giannis had, it was a close game. The Suns fought. Respect to them, even though they had that free throw discrepancy. They came back and took a lead in the fourth quarter, but the Bucks went on that run. And then Giannis, again, back-to-back, doesn't have to be working his butt off, but a recovery block on Devin Booker, who was defended well just on the perimeter, just to be slowed down a little bit by Drew and Jay Crowder. But that recovery with 3:30 left, your best player doing that, it's hard not to play hard when you got that going on with your best player. He gets better as the game goes on, and the Bucks get better as the game goes on.
All right, so let's go from the number 1 seed in the East.
I got two other things
to the number 1 seed in the West, but until
maybe I got 3 other things here actually.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus!
Phil Jackson said 40 wins before 20 losses as a contender.
Yeah,
the Bucks have 50.
That's even better.
So mark them down as the favorites right now. Number 2, Torrey Craig lost a tooth last night. Got hit in the mouth by Giannis with an elbow. It was not a very weird Giannis drive, I didn't think. I would have thought if a guy's getting his tooth knocked out, it would have been forehead, it would have been shoulder, but it was just a little bit of a flailing elbow. Tough for him. And the weirdest thing I saw, Jay Crowder got a tribute video from the Phoenix Suns. For what?
The crowd didn't really respond all that much.
Why did he get one? He played 2 seasons there.
Yeah.
They won nothing, and he asked for a trade at the end of the year.
Yeah, they go overboard. What can I say? All these franchises do with these.
They want to look good.
Thank you back videos. Yeah.
They want to look good, but this guy burned their franchise.
Should be an FU video.
Or they should have just done nothing. The guy was like the 5th
FU videos
starter.
is what I want to see.
The 5th starter for a team that made 1 finals. He was there for 2 seasons. It's crazy.
Yeah. Moving from the number 1 seed in the East to the number 1 seed in the West, who are struggling. Because Van Vliet had 36. Raptors hand the Nuggets their 4th straight loss, and Malone had a lot to say after this one. Talked about his team being on cruise control. So the question here, and we can give the Raps a little bit of love. They played great, especially that first quarter. 49 points, franchise record. But Are the Nuggets, what you've seen over the last week or so here, are they just bored, like we were trying to say the Celtics have been at times this season, or are they broken? Are they okay? Are you seeing like some cracks here where it's like, ooh, they might be the number one seed. They very will still be the likely number one seed in the West, but could be taken down in a first round or not go as far as they obviously would hope to. What's your gut say for what you've seen from Denver so far?
Both.
Yeah?
I think they're both bored and broken. Michael Malone said, right now we're just in chill mode. I've never heard a coach say the word chill mode in my life, so it can't be good. But I definitely think that Denver has taken their foot off the pedal since they beat Memphis March 3rd. That put them 7 games up on the 2nd seed in the Western Conference, seemingly locking them in for the first spot in the Western Conference. But since then, they haven't been playing as hard. They haven't been as intense on defense, and Philadelphia has now passed Denver in total records from the Eastern and the Western Conference. The reason I do think they're broken a little bit right now is that Jamal Murray doesn't look good, but somehow played 40 minutes last night just because the game was in Toronto. He hadn't played there since 2018. He wanted to play in front of, I think he said he had 40 or 50 family and friends there, and he was one of the worst players on the court for the Nuggets, just getting roasted time and time again off the dribble, and then the defense behind him wasn't there. I do also think that the bench has been bad. Michael Malone's flipping the rotations every single game, trying to figure out guys who can actually play. They've got a top 6 who is good if you include Bruce Brown off the bench. After that, though, it's all question marks, and he seems to be kind of casting about for something that's going to work in the playoffs. I think Michael Porter Jr. should probably be featured more so than Jamal Murray right now, because Murray needs to chill for a little bit, get his knee looking right, because they're going to need the best possible Jamal Murray in the playoffs, and we haven't seen it since the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's the only scary thing to me. I know the defense is odd. The Raptors just taking it to them every single possession in that first quarter. To score 49 points, 4 points a minute, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. They were just on their heels the entire time. Maybe we got our Scotty Barnes back. He looked so good in that first quarter, taking Jamal Murray in the post. But the Nuggets were scoring at will, too. They shot 55%. Most of the guys, other than Jamal Murray, having really good nights. Gordon 8 for 13, Porter 8 for 13, Jokic 10 for 13. The Jamal Murray thing is a concern because it's been stretching here for a little bit, and it's not just the homecoming from Kitchener, Ontario, Jamal Murray, who had a rough game out there. Looks bad defensively as well. That is definitely the worrisome part. The chill mode, Michael Malone being cool, dropping a chill mode, I'm not so concerned. They definitely thought they've got the number 1 seed wrapped up in the West, and they probably do.
Yeah,
it's only 3 games. It's not over. But yeah, the Murray thing is you want great guard play and not to get burned, because there's a lot on Jokic at the rim now if Jamal Murray's allowing guys to just blow by him. And you could see it in yesterday's game. They were going right at Jokic. Pirtle was doing a good job. Yeah. Everybody was able to score at the rim because they were just pretty lax. I'm not super duper worried, but yeah, the intensity, can you just turn it on again? That's the question.
Yeah, the Raptors shot 20 for 28 in the first quarter for a 49-30 lead. And according to ESPN Stats and Info, first game all season in which Jokic played, and the Nuggets never led the game, even for a second. But I rewatched the first quarter Raptors beatdown this morning. They had 3 dunks in the first 4 minutes of this game. You said Scotty Barnes posting up Jamal Murray, Pirtle completely out-hustling and outplaying Jokic through the first quarter. Boucher got behind the defense twice. That resulted in 2 dunks for him. OG took advantage of the Nuggets' porous defense. He was just stepping into like mid-range jumpers, catch and shoot threes were dropping for him. He had a great game too. I mean, and then Van Vliet, I didn't even mention him. He had maybe one of his better games this season.
8 threes, hello.
Yeah, that's good.
Just got hot.
3 steals, 2 turnovers. Yeah, he had a lot of threes there in the first quarter, and then they were playing catch-up all game. They made it a close game. It turned into like a 3-point game. Like it had a chance, but it was one of those classics. You're down so big, you fight for the middle part of this game to get back, and then the team that was leading gets sort of like their second win and puts it away, and that's what they did. And I thought the Raptors made some like strong defensive plays at the end of the third quarter into the fourth to like then take control of the game again. Van Vliet had a strip, Barnes getting them another possession off a missed free throw, just sort of out-hustling the Nuggets there. Gary Trent Jr. with a pick 6 on another steal. And a lot of that was just like lackadaisical Nuggets play. So I think you're right. I think it's both. There's concerns, and there is no doubt because they've been like the number 1 seed for a very long time here in the Western Conference that they've taken their foot off the gas. But both can be true. And as Malone also said, which is, I guess, is it still hip to say they're trying to get their swagger back? I don't know. For a coach, I guess that's still cool. But yeah, in 10 games since the All-Star break, they're 24th in defense, the Nuggets are. And they were like an above average team heading into the break. So, and that's good when you pair it with that's obviously, pretty damn good offense there led by Jokic, but 24th, 25th, that's not going to cut it probably.
That's not swaggerish.
No, but if you do like a little NBA contenders check-in, Bucks, we talked about, they can't lose, it feels like. But you got the Nuggets 5-5 in their last 10 on this 4-game losing streak to not great teams. Celtics 5-5 in their last 10. And so they've come back to earth a little bit after their insane shooting start to start the season. And the Sixers, of the bunch there, they're 7-3 in their last 10, though they have the 4th hardest remaining strength of schedule. And the Bucks, I believe, of these teams, these contenders I'm naming, have the easiest. So maybe that's just them running away to the number 1 seed overall in the league. Any other notes from Raps Nugs?
Nikola Jokic only had 6 defensive rebounds. The Raptors were crushing it on the offensive glass, and I think that that's a huge effort thing to not be hitting the glass like that, and certainly another area of improvement for the Nuggets. But I don't know, usually the bench is the biggest concern, but the starters were just as bad as the bench last night for Denver.
And a DNP for Reggie Jackson. Interesting there.
I mean, that's been very disappointing.
Yes, for sure.
He's giving them nothing and is getting not even in there, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, and he could be playing a lot of minutes because of their lack of depth at the backup guard spot. So it is there's some locker room, some flow issues. Jokic basically took a pass off the head.
Yes, he did.
So
in the first quarter there.
What up with that? I mean, there's something odd going on there. A last note for me, OG Anunoby with a putback dunk in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. Beauty. And he's a guy who doesn't really show a lot of emotion on the floor. He's known for the lack of emotion. Straight-faced guy. Mm-hmm. He said, quote, "I think I smiled. I hope I smiled."
He doesn't even remember.
Thanks to Eric Craig
Did I
for that
smile?
note. OG is just too funny.
Anthony Davis and the Lakers, they're up 35 at the half. They hold on to beat the Pelicans 123-108. And then a little news off of this, we have learned that AD will sit out tonight's game against the Rockets because it's a back-to-back situation.
And it's the Rockets.
Though. The Lakers need all these wins they can. And Rockets just beat the Celtics on any given night. Anything can happen here. But they got the W. And Darvin Ham said he considered resting AD because they were up so much. Hey, I won't even play you in the second half because then maybe we can play you against the Rockets for a half or something like that. But he ended up playing 17 minutes in the second half because New Orleans, like it happens in every NBA game, it feels like, down huge and cut it this one to 13. So still pretty comfortable, but got to 13th there in the fourth quarter. But Lakers win, and we'll eventually show you the West play-in, but what'd you think of AD here, the Lakers, and Beasley getting out of his shooting slump, hitting threes?
Yeah, they haven't lost consecutive games since they made the trades. On the other side, the Pels, they fooled me the other night. They beat the Blazers. They don't have enough effort from night to night, and they lack shooting at times around B.I. and C.J. McCollum, so you can load up on them in a good defensive team like the Lakers are. Takes that away, and they're playing iso ball, and so they fooled me, and the Rockets can play spoiler here. If you like that type of thing in March, they get the Lakers and then they get the Pels. So it could be enjoyable for them.
Yeah, the victory gave the Lakers a 3-1 edge in the season series with the Pelicans too, which obviously could come into play in a tiebreaker situation in the play-in in terms of seeding. So that's a big win. And again, Beasley, he could not hit a three over the last 4 or 5 games, and he hit 7 from deep last night, 7 of 12, really good shooting, 24 points. But AD was the story. I mean, if you saw the first quarter of this one where they built this massive lead, it was all AD.
Yeah, I don't think Jonas Valanciunas is the best matchup for Anthony Davis when he's engaged like he was last night. Dominant performance. He was scoring inside every single time he wanted to. The jumper looked okay as well, went 1 for 2 from 3, hit some mid-rangers. I just thought that was a great game from Davis, especially knowing that he's going to be resting tonight. Go out and give it the full effort. You mentioned Beasley there, 7 for 28 from 3 in his past 3 games. Went out and hit 7 threes. They were celebrating like crazy. Apparently LeBron and D'Angelo Russell now have an ice in my veins kind of handshake together. The vibes are good for LA right now. They seem to have a pretty solid sense of business. I saw D'Angelo Russell after the game was saying, if we go out and lose to the Rockets, it doesn't matter that we won this game. So I'm expecting him to go for more than a season high of 33 points tonight.
Okay, we will see. The Thunder, they used a big third quarter to rally past the Nets, 121-107. And then I pair that with quickly leading a rally as the Knicks beat the Blazers, 123-107, because the Thunder and Portland, both trying to find a spot there in the play-in in the West, and then you have the Knicks jumping over the Nets in the Eastern Conference when it comes to the seeding there, and the Cavs also won last night too, so they keep a pretty comfortable lead above those teams. But any thoughts on either of those ones?
Well, you said OKC rallied in that third quarter. I was more impressed with the defensive end in that quarter. They allowed only 20 points. This team is the youngest team in the NBA, and they've got a top 10 defense. Salute to Mark Digno. Back-to-back years where, again, a ridiculously young team. Last year, sort of a middle-of-the-pack defensive team, but now top 10, back-to-back years where they've overachieved on that end. And that's why, to me, they're able to, be, again, in this play-in tournament, as you said there, to be around 500. It's a heck of an accomplishment. Heck of an accomplishment. So that's where I think they did in the Nets that third quarter on both ends, really.
That third quarter defense, but then Lou Dort was on fire in that third quarter, too. He had 5 of his threes. He got the Lou Dort game. He had a season-high 24, 9 boards to help them come back. And once again, great timing because we just dropped the YouTube short. Jalen Williams, the Thunder rookie, another great game. 23 points, 10 boards, 8 of 10 shooting, couple steals. Over his last 9 games now, he's averaging 22, 5 and 5, over 2 steals, 60, 50, 84 shooting splits. So, giddy triple-double. Shea with his classic, put it in pen, he's going to score 35 points every night. And then Jalen Williams and Lou Dort, and then you say that defense top 10, and you have Chet Holmgren coming next year? That's pretty impressive. I didn't know they were top 10 in defense, but huge win. We thought they were done as we were, getting into the All-Star break, and I think they've won 6 of the last 7, and we can show you that they're right there in the race. They're in it. They're the 8th seed right now at 34 and 35, excuse me.
They'll be good in the play-in tournament. They've got a closer in Shea. I saw that this was branded as a sick duel between him and Mikal Bridges. They play defense, and I guess they can get hot. They don't seem like a team that's very streaky from 3 to me, but they hit 8 threes, and the Nets hit 0 in that third quarter, so I guess they can catch fire when it needs be. So, yeah, that was a huge win, I thought, for OKC. Also saw that Ben Simmons has now missed 11 straight games. Not even a guy I think of when I think about the Brooklyn Nets right now.
Throw that West play-in race graphic up, please, Eshua, because, again, the Thunder win, the Lakers win, and the Pels and the Blazers lose last night. And here it is for everybody on YouTube. It's tight. And we're just going GB there with the actual cutoff for the play-in because the Wolves are a game up on all those other teams that are 34 and 35, the Thunder, Mavericks, Lakers. But Jazz Pels won back from the 10th seed, and then the Blazers, man, another great Damian Lillard performance, but all for naught as, they just can't stop anyone, and nobody's really helping them out all that much. Are they done? Are we saying goodbye to the Blazers here, or as we've seen a million times this season, give it 1 week and they'll be the 7th seed? How do you feel about Portland?
I think we're done.
Yeah.
I think it's a 12-team race, although the Jazz are also probably going to fall out of it. We haven't even mentioned that, watching them and how they continuously find guys to insert into the lineup, like Chris Dunn and Simone Fontecchio and Rook Ochai Agbaji, that Jordan Clarkson isn't playing right now. And because they've, gutted their entire roster by trading guys, you drop Jordan Clarkson as well due to injury. That's going to be tough sledding for them. So I think Blaze, Jazz are done. And the way the Pelicans are playing, we may be looking at those 4 teams that are in there right now as the 4 teams that are going to make it. It's tough to really get behind the Pels. They fooled me. They beat the Blazers. They're 1 game on, 1 game off. And it doesn't look like Zion's coming back.
Yeah, looking at the Blazers' schedule, they have a game against the San Antonio Spurs April 6th, every other team they play for the final 13 games is a playoff team or a play-in team. So not looking good for them, but at least they introduced a new mascot last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had comedian Ian Carmel searching through Portland, searching through the Moda Center to find Douglas Fir, their new Sasquatch mascot. He helps Blaze Cat, and he's just a big old Sasquatch kind of guy, wearing a beanie, wearing a red and black flannel.
Why are they introducing a mascot now?
Because their team isn't doing well, I think.
That's so deep.
Something for the fans.
Ash, do we have those photos of this dumb, weird-looking Blazers mascot?
I do not have it up right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Douglas Fir?
Douglas Fir is his name.
That's just Douglas.
Yeah.
Douglas Fir
Fir
and got the
didn't come
tree. Yeah.
Got the tree. Yep. That's one of the kites.
It's a look. We'll show you later. It's what a weird timing to like release a new mascot. Right?
Yes. Yeah. It's a good distraction.
I think that. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
Yeah. I think so. Why else would you introduce a mascot 69 games into the season?
Because it's nice.
Well, you said Ian Carmel was looking for him throughout the stadium.
He found him.
Yeah, maybe they didn't want to introduce him. They're keeping him for next year, and then Carmel got him.
Like, bring him out.
Yeah.
Bring him out. We're down bad right now.
Fine for. Maybe we can bring him out right now. I see everybody working, figuring it out over there. We're gonna get the fur.
Other games last night.
In hiding again.
Find him.
The
We need
Cavs
Carmel.
won. The Wizards won.
There he is. What is that?
He's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah. I don't like mascots with like that. It appears to be like a hard shell face.
Yeah.
Like I could
agree.
tap it and it would make a sound. I don't like it.
Need a nice soft face.
I prefer it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like the New Orleans mascots that they're freaky when you get hard. They're too real. I
Look
guess.
at that. So the man or woman within this mascot is looking out through the fur there, right?
What? I assume the mouth.
Mouth,
the mouth
yeah.
looks like it's a
I thought you
a
said it was
screen.
8 feet tall, though. I thought, who they got in that? Bill Walton?
fair point.
I think the person's looking out of that little
Oh, the neck
fur
hole?
part, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's only 7.5 feet tall,
okay.
and you got a 6 foot tall person, 6.5 foot tall person in there. I don't know. Look at this fella.
I like the lumberjack look, though.
He fits Portland for sure.
Yeah.
Douglas Fir, you said is.
Yes, F-U-R.
Yes.
So for the people at home Googling.
What happened to the cat?
Still around.
Oh,
This is a second mascot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Don't cats like pee on trees and climb them and stuff?
That's not a tree.
Well, that's a good point. His name's Douglas Fir, but the cat could be confused. Like task Googling. All right, anyway.
I wasn't confused, my man. I typed in Douglas
Google was
F-U-R.
confused.
Google
Google was
yeah.
confused.
Google is confused.
Fur has not been introduced yet. So
To Google.
he's not on Google.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll take a break. When we come back, we'll make some more dumb picks when we get into the March Madness bracket. Don't go anywhere.
I never get all dressed up anymore. Just never happens. So it can be a little intimidating when I think about it when I get into the closet. That's why I just leave it all up to Indochino. I'm too old to have friends who are getting married. Although shout out to Justisha Pack in Toronto.
Yeah.
Long-time Basketball Jones friend of the family. When I need to get dressed up, Indochino has my stats. I uploaded them years ago, so I can just click, select some customizations, pick my look, and I am good to go. I do have a preschool graduation coming up, so with suits starting at just $4.99, why not customize it? Let's do this. What do you guys think I should get? I'm thinking on my shirt, a little bib, sort of at the collar, because I'm probably going to be crying. I might dab with the bib, dab my tears. And with fitted shirts at just $89, why not? Why not have a bib that I'm going to wear once?
Why not have a bib?
Indochino can pull it off. Everything tailored like it's Jonathan Thomas. Boo. Yeah, why not? Anyways, from my house, everything tailored. There's a home improvement joke in there. But anyways, I can just click, boom, boom, boom. Doesn't get any better than that. Not going anywhere. When planning your wedding, get a suit as unique as you with Indochino. Go to Indochino.com and use code NODUNKS to get 10% off any purchase of $3.99 or more. That's INDOCHINO.com. Promo code NODUNKS.
This is a public service announcement for hard seltzer lovers. Neutral vodka seltzer has arrived. Made with simple ingredients like vodka, seltzer, and real juice. Neutral tastes good, like real good, like really, really good. So good that you'll never want to drink another artificial tasting seltzer again. And Neutral, it comes in 12 flavors. 3 different packs. These are like March Madness regions with these packs. We got the fruit pack. Pineapple, watermelon, raspberry, mango. We got the lemonade pack, classic lemonade, peach lemonade, blackberry, and strawberry lemonade. And then we got the cranberry pack for all the cran hunters out there. Classic cran, grapefruit, apple, orange cranberry. I was thinking, if we were to build a No Dunks neutral pack, and you had to select one of the flavors to represent you in that pack, where would you go?
I'd go grapefruit.
Okay, Tass is grapefruit. I like it.
It's sweet, but also bitter at the same time.
Okay, what about you, TK?
I'd like to be lime, please.
Lime? I don't think that was an option.
I thought that was in the fruit pack.
No, classic peach, blackberry, and strawberry lemonade. Oh, wait, sorry, pineapple, watermelon, raspberry, and mango.
Mango is what I meant.
Okay, mango. We can talk to Neutral about making a lime. I mean, that could be
Yeah,
No
surprising.
Dunks custom flavor.
Yeah, it's possible. What about you, JD? What do you want?
Coming down for orange cran.
Orange cran!
Yeah.
All right.
This guy from left field with an orange cran ball.
You know what? We got Trey as mango from the fruit pack. We got 2 cran packs here. We got grapefruit from Tass, orange cran from JD. So I got to go to the lemonade pack, I guess. Just give me a classic lemonade.
Oh, I had that on the
Let's
weekend.
not overthink it. You did.
Oh,
Tasty.
tasty.
There you go. So,
And I had an orange cran. Also tasty. That's why I picked it.
do you think we can get Neutral to make a No Dunks pack? Comes with a mango, a classic lemonade, a grapefruit cran, and an orange cran. That's a wild pack.
That's a wild
But
pack.
we're wild here at No Dunks. Neutral, light and refreshing taste. It shows you what a vodka seltzer can be. So try Neutral vodka seltzer in a variety of real fruit flavors today. Back here in the Classic Factory. If you're joining us live, thank you. Hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're a podcast listener, leave your boys a 5-star rating and review. We had 2 college basketball games last night. The first 4 has started in Dayton, Ohio. Why is it always in Dayton, Ohio? What's the reason? Does anybody know?
There's no hating in Dayton.
All right. They're always in Dayton.
That's right.
And we had Texas A&M Corpus Christi winning their game over our guys. SEMO. Southeast, what is it?
Missouri
Missouri.
State Red Hawks.
Yeah, Brad Korn, the coach. Trey grew up with them. And they couldn't hit a free throw to save your life.
Couldn't hit a free throw and couldn't stop fouling. This was a real what do free throws do, win games
Yeah.
kind of game. But somehow, because it's college basketball, still came down to the last
Oh,
shot.
my God.
SEMO had a look. Philip Russell, 2 first names, 0 3-point makes right there at the
It was
end.
a good look.
unfortunately. It
Nice
was a
step
good
back.
look.
Created
Good look.
space. But couldn't knock it down. So, yeah. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which apparently is on an island.
The
They're called the
Islanders.
Islanders, and it's on an island.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Anyway, they're going to face Alabama in this real thing. And then we had Pitt outlasting Mississippi State in a back-and-forth affair, I guess. I didn't watch any of this one. I watched a lot of that SEMO game.
It was fun.
I mean, it started before a lot of the NBA action, so that was nice. And it was fun. It was a great reminder of college basketball, which I don't watch a lot of, going, ooh, wow, they make a lot of mistakes. The kids.
Don't
The
worry,
kids
it
under
gets
the
better
pressure.
when the actual tournament starts.
Okay,
It
good,
gets
good.
way better.
Anyway, we've been all week long here filling out our brackets, our one No Dunks March Madness bracket. You can play along. You can get in our pool. There's a link in the show notes. Just click that first link there in the description. But today we are filling out the Midwest region. We've done the South. We've done the East. We are into the Midwest. This is your old stomping grounds. You must know this region. Great.
Hey, oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to filling it out.
All right. Houston, versus Northern Kentucky, the 1-16 matchup. Houston, I think you said, Skeets, the Vegas favorite for the championship. I know they've got a potential top 10, maybe even top 5 draft pick in Jarris Walker. I think they do have an injury, though, to their point guard, whose name is Sasser. First name Jay, last name Sasser. I don't remember what his first name is, but I have to imagine somehow related to Gerald Sasser from back in the day. Remember that guy?
Do they have another guy named Marcus Sasser?
I thought Gerald and Marcus Sasser were the brothers that were like 20 years ago, like 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm guessing that this is one of their sons.
So
but I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, I hear they're one of the hardest playing teams in the country.
Yeah, they're going through.
They're going
very
through.
far in this
Yeah,
bracket.
we're like in Houston here.
The number overall 2 seed in the tournament.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
You rank them number ones, but you got to rank them throughout the 64 as well. That's just the rule.
That's exactly right. You got to do it. Our next matchup, an 8-9 matchup. The 9s beat the 8s more often than not. Iowa Hawkeyes, Auburn Tigers. Iowa, a high-scoring team led by Keegan Murray's twin brother, Chris Murray, who also is a bucket. I hear they're a run-and-gun team, no defense. I don't know exactly the scouting report on the Auburn Tigers.
I didn't know they
War
were.
Eagle.
The Murrays are twins, eh?
They are twins.
That makes sense because I saw a photo of him. Like, wow, you look a lot like your brother.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes a lot more sense. Wow. Well, do we back them? I mean, the Kings are hot. Are we lighting the Iowa beam?
Light the Iowa beam. Corn beam.
I love a Hawkeye. I just like the name.
It is cool.
You like
Over
They got
Tiger.
good looks. We were heavy on the cats last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were big cat guys yesterday.
Give us the birds.
We're birdmen today.
Okay, all right,
Birds
we're going
are
on.
plucking those cats right off the ground. Leisurely walking around. Here comes a Hawkeye.
All right, the Miami Hurricanes in the 5 seed versus the number 12 Drake
Bulldogs,
Bulldogs.
guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a bulldog, baby. That's a bulldog.
That's an interesting little bulldog logo.
Hiding behind the D from Drake. If I'm not mistaken, Drake has a highly recruited player who was like a top 100 recruit nationally, but his dad is the coach at Drake, so he went there, will likely get drafted into the NBA. I think there's a big injury for Miami. One of their leading players, I think their point guard, is questionable coming into the tournament, so this might be the 12-5 that you're smelling, Skeets.
Oh, I'm smelling dog shit. Bulldog just pooped on the floor. But I smell upset as well.
we go.
This is our 12-5.
Look at
Let's
that
do
defense,
it.
63 points per game?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's nice.
You talked me into it with all those things that may or may not be true.
Drizzy Drake. Nah, man, I do research.
All right.
I do research.
Sweet, man.
Yeah. Drizzy Drake moving on over Miami. God's plan. Indiana Hoosiers versus the Kent State Golden Flashes? I think that might be true.
That
Looks like a golden flash, doesn't it?
That's an interesting
I
name.
think it's a bird of some sort or something, isn't it?
I'll
Kent
get
State Golden Flashes.
Golden Flash.
Wow, what's
Sock
a
it up.
golden flash?
That
lightning
thing. Yeah,
bolt?
whatever
Lightning?
that thing is right there. A bird. Come on.
Golden flashes.
So what are we thinking here?
What do you mean a bird? That is a bird, though. Like, don't give me shit that that's not a bird. It's a bird's face on the end of a golden flash. Okay, come on, man.
Can it be a bird if it doesn't have wings?
Well, good point.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a cockroach.
We need to know if we're taking all birds here. Is this a bird? What's a Hoosier? No one knows. A person from Indiana. Looks like they can score. I think they've got some highly touted prospects as well. The Hoosiers. A lot of people thinking 13/4 here. But are we going a 13/4 and a 12 and a 5 in the same region?
I got to get this in because I don't think we're picking Kent State to move on. They have a player named Sincere Carey.
They have a player named Sincere Carey,
Wow, what a name.
who allegedly could carry this team to the second round.
Yeah.
Saw that in many previews.
Got it.
I don't like cheering for the Hoosiers. So I'm Team Kent State, and it is a bird. Their mascot is, it's an eagle, a golden eagle of sorts, but it's dumb.
Sincere Carey, though, is going to be something to watch in this game. He's good.
They used to be called the Silver Foxes. What was wrong with that? Kent State Silver Foxes? That's pretty cool.
Sounds too old.
Sounds old, yeah.
I don't know.
Only play seniors. Only play 5-year
It was
players.
in 1923 when they were called that, so
Oh, okay.
that makes sense.
The olden days.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Let's go, Indy.
You saying to go Indy?
Or are we going?
He's saying go
I'm
Golden
going Kent
Flashes.
State, man.
What are we saying over here in
Double.
the production booth?
12,
Double, who
13.
cares?
What
They
you guys
always win.
think? I think the Golden Flashes.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, great.
there it is.
At it.
That's a bird.
That's a bird. That's a brown bird.
Oh, it's
What?
Did we say it's an eagle? I mean,
a-
golden
Yeah,
It's
an
a
eagle.
golden eagle.
eagle. Golden eagle. That makes sense.
Whatever that is.
Also known as a flash.
All right, Golden Eagle. The
Let's
second
do
best
it.
eagle
Let's
out
live
there.
a little.
Send them on.
We said
12
we'd live a
versus
little on
13.
this side of the bracket.
Yeah,
did we?
we're
Okay.
gonna be. Yeah, well, I mean, we got a 14 seed going through pretty soon here, so that should be exciting.
Awesome.
The Iowa State Cyclones playing against the winner of. Oh, I guess
Well,
that
it's
was last night's
Mississippi-
game. Mississippi State
Pitt,
versus
Pitt.
Pitt. Yeah,
Yeah.
so the Pitt Panthers pulled that one out last night.
Now, okay, this is one thing I know. A lot of times, these teams that win that first game of the first four, they can go on runs. You know, especially
Getting in a rhythm here.
not the 16th seeded one. They don't, because they usually lose to the
Yeah.
number one seed. But this slot, this has happened a lot. We've had runs where they go all the way to the final four, for crying out loud. Maybe you get that game under you, right?
Yep.
That's all I'm throwing out there.
I mean, matchup wise, it looks okay.
Might be Team Pitt on this. We already have an Iowa, don't we? We don't need Iowa State, too.
Is Northern
great
Iowa
point.
in this tournament?
I think Northern Iowa was in this tournament somewhere, right? Maybe not. I was thinking Northern Kentucky. So we sending on.
I like Pitt. They just played a
take-
game where it
take a
was
play-in
back and
winner?
forth affair, man. They're ready for this.
That didn't look like a team that should be playing in the play-in game, if you ask me.
That's exactly right.
All right, Pitt it is.
All right.
Cool. A play-in winner advancing. All right, in the 3-14 matchup, Xavier versus Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State won one game 2 seasons ago.
Yep.
They've only been in Division I for like 5 seasons.
Yep.
Or something like that.
And it's right down the road from us,
Just down the road from our place.
which means we have to take them.
We have to absolutely take them. No Georgia State in the tournament. No Georgia Tech in the tournament.
Nope.
No Georgia Bulldogs in the tournament.
Nope.
So go Kennesaw State. I think
Go
we're all
Owls,
set.
baby. We said we're all birds.
Hootski. This one's for Hootski.
There you go.
And for Reggie King, who played at Kennesaw State and is a guy we know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
how he got
information.
interviewed. He got interviewed about the team being good. So shout out to Reggie.
I'm pretty
Good luck
sure
to Kennesaw.
our friend Beth did some classes at Kennesaw State
Nice.
as well. So there's that link.
Another good reason. Another good reason.
Great to know. We just picked the 11 through 14
Hell yeah, we did,
seeds.
Tess.
The committee knows nothing. We know the results of these games. In the 7-10 matchup, we've got the Texas A&M Aggies versus the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Got no read on this one. 7-10, flip a coin.
You're talking about Cats versus Aggies. We were heavy on the Aggies when it was the Utah State Aggies.
Right. I was literally just going to flip a coin.
Okay, so I think Texas A&M plays at a place called College Station. I think Penn State plays at a place called Happy Valley.
Who's the home
Oh,
team?
they should play
Yeah,
at Penn
flip it.
Station.
Texas is the home team?
Texas is the home
Okay,
for
here we
heads.
go. Here we go.
If it's
Doesn't
heads,
matter.
we're
You don't
going
need-
Texas.
You might want to hear this. It's
Yeah,
sort of fun.
let's get a
Here we
sound
go.
effect. There's a quick flip.
Quick flip, wasn't it?
What's up with that?
Quick
I don't
flip.
know. Heads.
Good.
Put them through.
Yeah, we need a favorite here. The Aggies. All right. Could we have an all Texas matchup? The Texas Longhorns versus the Colgate toothpastes.
Oh, Colgate is in it.
Yeah, they made it. I don't know if a Donald Foyle will be starting, but we shall see. Texas, I know, just knocked off Kansas in the Big 12 tournament. Kansas, one of the number one seeds in the tournament.
We're putting them through.
Yeah, I like Texas. I like that matchup right there. A 2-7 Texas versus Texas A&M. We will come back to it. At the top of the bracket, Houston versus Iowa. Are we sticking with the Birds or are we flipping back to the Cats? Because I think Houston has a cat mascot.
Yeah, we got to go Houston.
They were cool.
Cougs,
Gotta go
yeah,
Houston.
gotta go Houston.
I mean, Houston's trying to play in Houston in the final four.
Wow, that's a
man.
great call.
Oh, give me Kelvin Sampson. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Kelvin, advancing Sampson. In the 12-13
Yeah.
matchup, here's where things get wild. The Bulldogs versus the Golden Flashes. Which is an eagle? A brown eagle is a golden flash. You would never expect it.
Whew. Man,
It's hard to have a feel on a 12-13.
Tough. Man.
I'm going with the top end talent of Drake, personally.
Okay.
They got that one guy.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sure.
Darren DeVries.
Darren DeVries. There you go.
'Kay.
Drake's Darren DeVries dares to dance.
Yeah, I love the alliteration
Yeah,
here.
that's good. That's really good. The play-in winner Pitt Panthers versus the Kennesaw State Owls. We said birds over cats in this region.
We got it.
We got to, mister.
Is this the Cinderella run we're looking for? The Owls.
If the Owls make it to the Sweet 16, we will be atop the leaderboards, I believe.
Then we have to do it.
Simply must do it.
We must.
2% of people think Kennesaw State is going to be advancing to the Sweet 16, but
Smart.
only 5% of people think Pitt will do it. Pitt won that game last night, right?
Unless I said it wrong.
I thought Pitt won that game. I thought Mississippi State had a look.
Pitt outlasts Mississippi State. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I think that's just an error in the bracket.
They're like, nobody's
machine.
going to pick these people to advance. Ridiculous. All right, Texas versus Texas A&M. The livestock versus the farmers is what this one is.
Wow.
Longhorns versus Aggies.
Ooh.
A lot of people say that the cows really run the farm.
That's interesting.
I like that.
I think they do.
Power to the animals.
Do they? Do they say that?
I saw some Longhorns in person not too long ago here in Georgia.
What were they up to?
They're chilling in a field.
Did you hook them?
No, but I don't think I'd ever seen them up close.
They got cool stuff.
I didn't even know they had
Good-
them in
good
Georgia.
symbol.
Here. So, we were at it was like a cottage weekend. Not a cottage, but like an Airbnb in some rural part of Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
They had llamas and they had Texas, or they had Longhorns. I don't know if they were from Texas.
You know,
wandered
Georgia
over.
Longhorns.
yeah, you know Matthew McConaughey's going to be at this game.
All right,
so,
all
probably
right.
so.
Take
Yep.
Texas.
All right. That's good. All right, we got some
Okay, this is good. We
some
got
high seeds
Cinderellas
versus
and
low
yeah.
seeds. Houston versus Drake. Are we putting Houston through to almost Houston?
Let me correct myself. I said Darren DeVries plays for Drake. Darian DeVries is the coach. So I got the name wrong, and I got whether or not he was a player or coach wrong. Tucker DeVries is the
son?
player. His son plays for this team.
Nice.
Yes, and there's a Jared DeVries tie-in, former NFL defensive lineman Jared DeVries. Related. So, cool.
Athletic family.
So they're gonna lose here.
Against Houston, it's tough. That's tough sledding.
That's a tough one.
I mean, are we taking Kennesaw State or Drake?
So you're looking ahead. That's the problem. You're not looking at this matchup. You're just looking
Yeah,
at...
you
I'm
gotta
saying
focus on
which
the-
we can't have
Yeah.
two Cinderellas out of the same region.
Yeah.
There wasn't two Cinderellas last time. I
Oh,
watched
Drake's
them.
going to write a Cinderella song about Drake, you think?
A Drake song about Drake.
Wow. Does he should put a lot of money on them, according to us.
Look out for my son, like I'm Darian DeVries.
Yeah, I would rather take Kennesaw than,
All right,
than
all right.
Drake.
Okay, so
Houston
put
is
Houston.
through,
Houston,
and we're sending Kennesaw State
Yeah,
through
yeah, yeah.
just because. Homer! Sorry
Absolutely.
to the Longhorns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where it ends?
For Kennesaw State
yeah.
against Houston
The owl
in
hoots
Houston.
at midnight, and they turn back into a pumpkin. What?
Has a 14th seed ever even made the Final Four?
Great question. Probably not.
would
Lowest
say
seed
no.
to make Final Four. It's got to be George Mason. I would imagine the lowest seed to make the Final Four. George Mason, 11th seed.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go Houston.
George Mason, LSU,
It's a good run.
VCU, Loyola Chicago, and UCLA in 2021.
Mm.
So we're going with Houston.
fine
UCLA,
with
I
that.
think, was one of those first four teams that went on a massive run. I think they played the first four game.
Okay, that
Yeah.
could be. There you go. 2021, they would have had those first four games happening.
Yep.
So, all right. Houston it is.
Yeah,
The Cougs. The
Playing
Cougs.
in Houston.
All right, we got a 1 seed on each side of the bracket, so you know things are going to get wild when we pick the West. We might pick a 2. Yeah, we're crazy guys.
The bottom
Crazy.
bottom right bracket
You want to preview it?
must always have the lowest seed in people's Final
who
Four.
do you-
On average.
Because you get to it last?
Yeah, exactly. On average, people are like,
and
I
people
need
are like,
something different.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So who are we looking at tomorrow? Who we got our eye on?
Iona.
How deep are we going? To a 13? An Iona?
Iona, I've heard people say, could pull off an upset there in that first round. People that know.
People in the know. St. Mary's? They're just as good as Gonzaga, some say.
Ron Artest, brother, Daniel Artest, a fan of our show, he was making fun of our bracket picking.
Where's his?
That's what I said. And I said, well, you must be more of a Bobcat fan than a Wildcat fan, because he was talking about yesterday's bracket. So we'll hear how Daniel Artest thinks about all of our upsets there in the Midwest region. We got to take one more break. When we come back, picking results and tweet of the night. Don't go anywhere.
You know what sucks?
What?
Shipping costs. Who amongst us hasn't abandoned a cart online because it was going to cost as much to ship an item as it does to buy the item in the first place? It's the number one reason people abandon their carts. But ShipStation wants to live in a no carts left behind world. When you use ShipStation, you can lower shipping costs, make returns easy, keep your customers happy, and your carts unabandoned. ShipStation makes it easy to grow your business by handling your orders from every marketplace in one dashboard. It effortlessly integrates everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. You can manage every order from one simple dashboard, automate routine shipping tasks, print shipping labels, and so much more. With the best discounts in the industry, you'll never worry about overpaying for shipping. Get up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates, and if that's not enough, use the No Dunks promo code to try ShipStation free for 2 months. Go to ShipStation.com, use promo code No Dunks today to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, promo code No Dunks for a 60-day free trial.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. For example, all of a sudden, I don't like asparagus. I think I have anxiety about my pee smelling later. Gotta learn to live in the moment, I guess. But that's where therapy comes in. It's all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through those things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. At the end of the day, it's all about coping skills. Right now, I got a house full of guests. One of my kids is sick. We launched a Patreon today. My favorite mug broke. We're premiering No Bunts this week, and Tass's co-host lives in Taiwan. Point is, I have a lot on my plate, and some coping skills would be nice. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/NoDunks today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/NoDunks.
I don't know about you, but I'm having an absolute blast filling out our March Madness brackets, brought to you by Neutral. It's a real bracket, and it's real madness. And it's real up in here. Having a blast filling it out. I like it. Nice switch. Nice change up for us.
Absolutely.
We
say Colgate.
We ain't keeping
like
it in neutral,
Colgate.
baby. As much as we love it. We're going full speed ahead. What? We're driving to Houston. Huh? You know what I mean. Park this bad boy. All right. Pick 'em results. Last night, Tass, we took a fat L last night. We had the Pelicans. We talked ourselves into them covering a very small 1.5 points. And Lakers were up 35 at the half. Trey, 7-3 in March. You're 3-7. I'm 4-6. So we are sub 500. TK running away with this one once again here. So let's go get them.
3-7, 4-6 for us. It's like we're filling out an NBA bracket.
Brought to you by Neutral.
No, I wasn't going. Okay, sure. Let's do it again. You know where Darren DeVries should have gone to school? Darian? No, Darian's the coach.
DeVries. Darian DeVries is the coach.
Tucker
is the son.
Nick DeVries is the driver.
Yes.
Driver! Don't put it in neutral if you're an F1 driver.
What I was gonna say, he should have
Have
gone.
neutral on their cars. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they should talk to
push
the
him around
sponsorship
a
people.
lot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, of course, you got to. Yeah, you gotta have it.
You got to.
Anyways,
What do we got?
he should have gone to DeVry. 8 games in the association tonight.
I forgot there was a joke that had started.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Are these jokes? Is this whole thing a joke? Is this whole studio a joke?
Are these
Nobody
real
knows.
jokes? Because the juices and the vodka.
And the umlaut.
Hell yeah.
8 games tonight. 7 of them in the NBA. 1 in the land of Fiji. Survivors also taking place tonight.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going on the Survivor Now podcast immediately following tonight's episode.
Like
and then
now?
we'll have
Are you
no
going
bust.
now on
Survivor
Survivor Now?
No, Survivor Now, the podcast after tonight's Survivor East Coast airing, I believe. I hope so.
So you're going after the show's done.
Yeah, right into
Live.
it. Yeah, and then we'll do No Bust tomorrow. Yeah.
Exciting stuff. Yeah. You'll be on when the ESPN doubleheader is on.
Yeah, I won't be watching this.
No, you won't be watching.
No.
Golden State at the Clippers. Clippers favored by 2.5 points at home against a team in the Warriors that has lost 8 in a row on the road. Clippers have won 3 in a row at home. I'm going with it. You guys think that the Warriors are going to snap that streak or lose by 2 or less as they got a couple points to play with.
I almost wanted to change my pick when I saw something that Ghostface Zilla wrote this morning. He said, if Golden State wants to avoid Phoenix in round 1, losing here tonight would be smart. It's on the road, so it shouldn't be a problem, he also added. But, they could be looking ahead, jockeying for who they want to play. I doubt it in a way, but possible. If you don't want to play 4-5 matchup.
Drop down
Throw this
to
game.
potentially play Memphis or Sacramento instead.
Yep. We'll see.
hear ya.
But I got the Warriors along with Trey. I guess to possibly snap this losing streak
Yeah,
on the
you
road.
got a couple
Got some
points.
points. Got some points. All right, let's get to Tweet of the Night.
Tweet of the night. Wow.
So many of us have been thinking about this, and now a Chicago area man is taking it to the courts. A Chicago area man is suing Buffalo Wild Wings, according to a New York Times report, claiming that the restaurant chain is falsely advertising its boneless wing products, which he says are more like chicken nuggets. Preach. Ain't that the truth? It's been an ongoing discussion for years and years and years since boneless wings were introduced. Are they wings? Of course not. They're a breast.
He's suing him.
He's suing them. Wow. The reason, let's not even get into the reasoning. It's obviously absurd. It's something about like monetary losses because it's slightly, whatever it is. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But the point is, boneless wings. You guys into them?
I like chicken nuggets. Yeah.
Nuggets, yeah.
Nuggets are good, but wings are better.
No, I don't. I think there's a time and place for both of them.
Right.
But I love chicken wings, don't get me wrong, but
how do you
I
feel
think if
about...
I ranked them, I would have nuggets above them.
Yeah, but how do you feel when you order a boneless wing?
I don't.
You're
That's
like,
the thing. I don't honestly. I've never said, give me a boneless wing, sir. I'll say, give me some chicken strips or nuggets, yeah.
But then, when the boneless wing is on the menu, you'll say to the server,
No, I won't
okay,
order
you'll
them.
say to the attendant, give me a chicken nugget. Excuse me?
No, I just
You wouldn't do that.
I don't. I do not visit the establishment of Buffalo Wild Wings for this very reason.
Oh, they're based down here in Georgia. They're
Yeah,
local.
yeah. There's one at the airport, isn't there?
Oh, definitely.
there's
there
a lot.
was. They might have gotten rid of it. I don't know. I haven't eaten it yet. They're going to change their name, though.
Right.
I think that's what's going to end up happening. They're just
Good.
going to go by B-dubs.
B-dubs. I like it.
I mean, that's the slang nickname now. But now, after these deceptive practices, they're gonna have to pay this guy because it's ridiculous. But they're gonna have to, and then they're gonna have to change their name so it doesn't say wings anymore.
But they do sell wings.
Yep, you'll still be able to get them.
Are they wild enough though?
I mean, they got a lot of flavors of sauces. That's pretty wild.
You can't sue them for that.
No, these aren't wild enough.
But are they sourced from Buffalo? Not the animal, from the location.
Yeah,
city.
They did put up a cheeky tweet after it was revealed that they were being sued.
Yeah.
Things like, our buffalo wings 0% buffalo.
Yeah,
You know, that kind of joke.
This
so
is great
this is-
publicity for them. They should be thanking this man in nuggets or wings. Doesn't matter. Just not boneless wings.
Absolutely not boneless wings. So we all know that the wing or the bone is not plucked from this boneless wing. We all know that. But what I didn't know is I thought wings could be dark meat, but they're not. They're not. They're tasty.
The flats aren't?
No wings. No wings are dark meat. They are technically white meat, but they have similar fat levels to legs and thighs. Okay. So they're tasty. Right. But I did not know that in technicality. So this whole article wasn't a waste of time. This person wasting our time with this lawsuit. Although, preach, it's true. We got to get boneless wings, which aren't boneless wings, off menus.
You just don't think they should be like this guy is suing. They shouldn't be allowed to be called that.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
Just can't do that, man.
You can't. Boneless wings. No, you're not allowed.
Can I ask for bone wings?
Boned wing. Bone in.
Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Can I have my wings bone in, please?
Are you a flats man or are you a drums man?
A wise man once said, "There's a time and place for everything." Yeah. Sometimes you got to beat the drum. Sometimes you need a flat.
Okay. So you like both?
Would you like both?
I like both, but if you have to pick.
I like my sticks, my drumsticks. Yeah.
I think I'm a flat man. If I had to pick,
I would never choose.
You coward.
If I'm choosing a flat because it looks impressive when you do it.
When you finish it off.
You go, people are like, "How do you eat that?" There's a great way to eat it, and you do it, and you come through with 2 bones sticking out.
Yeah.
Looks baller.
And then you play a little tune on those bones.
Little tune on the bones.
All right.
A lot of sauces out there. You want to rank them? I think they got like 26.
No, jeez.
26 signature sauces.
I'm going to sue them for
Another
that.
lie.
Too many.
There's no way they have 26 signature sauces.
Wow, that's a lot.
Blazing Carolina Reaper. That seems like a new one.
That's a hot one.
Man, one of the first dates that Laura and I went on was to a Buffalo Wild Wings. It was a double date with my friend Adam, and he likes to show off, so he ordered the hottest wings.
Of course.
And the man was just dripping.
On a date?
A double date. Like, Laura and I had been together maybe a month at this point. He's just dripping in sweat. So, like snot coming out of his nose. I'm like, yeah, that's my best friend.
That's my buddy.
I'm my buddy.
He's amazing.
We do this all the time, just sweating and snotting. It was good. It was good.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, what an ending. What a show. What a week.
It's only Wednesday.
It's been a crazy week.
I will say we just had a flash of the Clipper Bro if you're watching on YouTube. In an alternate world, the Clipper Bro is somewhat looks like Adam. Kinda. If I remember Adam correctly.
No, I can actually see why you would say that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
A little bit.
I see
Not a lot
what
of
you're
it.
saying. Sure. Yeah.
Like
They both look a little bit like Blake Griffin.
Chinese bit.
If somebody drew
Put him
a
in the
picture of
Sterling
Blake
affair.
Griffin-
Yeah, so if someone was to do a bad casting job, they'd put either Adam or the Clipper Bro in the Sterling affair.
All right,
Yeah, exactly. Cool stuff.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Embrace the day, Bizarro.
Victor, go to sleep.